On June 10, 2025, Pittsburgh buzzed with anticipation. The city, known for its steel, grit, and unwavering loyalty to its football team, was alive with a sense of possibility. From the early hours, you could feel the energy in the air, coffee shops filled with fans in black and gold, local radio hosts speculating about what the day would bring, and banners fluttering from every lamppost. This was no ordinary morning. It wasn't just another Tuesday. Aaron Rodgers, a living legend, was stepping into the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex as a Pittsburgh Steeler. The news had broken days before, but seeing him in person, wearing the black and gold, made it real for everyone. For the first time, the city's hopes and dreams seemed tangible, embodied in one of the greatest quarterbacks of his generation. After a storied career of highs and lows, this was a true fresh start. Rodgers, who had faced adversity and triumph in equal measure, now stood at the threshold of a new chapter. The weight of past glories and heartbreaks was behind him. Ahead was a city eager to write history together. He looked determined, focused, and ready to embrace the challenge. The city and franchise, hungry for another Super Bowl, saw hope in his arrival. Fans lined the streets, waving terrible towels and holding up signs welcoming Rodgers to their football family. The excitement was contagious. Children wore his jersey, and lifelong fans shared stories of past championships, daring to dream of another. Cameras flashed, reporters gathered, and teammates watched in awe as Rodgers entered with calm confidence. The press conference was electric, with every question and answer dissected by analysts and fans alike. Rodgers' poise set the tone. He was here to lead, not just participate. His presence instantly raised expectations. This was no rebuild. It was a championship push. The locker room, once filled with uncertainty, now buzzed with belief. Coaches and players alike felt the shift, understanding that with Rodgers at the helm, anything was possible. The Steelers' front office sent a clear message. They were all in. The general manager's handshake with Rodgers was more than a formality. It was a promise to the city that the pursuit of greatness was back on track. The organization's commitment was evident in every detail, from the press release to the warm welcome. Rodgers dove into introductions, met coaches and linemen, and began absorbing the team's culture. He listened intently, asked questions, and made it clear he was here to be part of something bigger than himself. The bonds of trust and camaraderie began to form, setting the stage for what was to come. Every move was deliberate, every word measured. He was on a mission. Rodgers' focus was unmistakable, whether addressing the media or strategizing with coaches. He carried himself with the quiet intensity of someone who knows what it takes to win, and who is determined to do it again. Pittsburgh's passionate fans were ready to embrace their new quarterback. The stadium echoed with chants, and social media exploded with messages of support. For the first time in years, hope felt real, and the city united behind its newest hero. But as the day unfolded, Rodgers brought more than just his legendary arm. He brought a surprise that would change everything. Whispers spread through the crowd as he revealed a personal announcement, catching even the most seasoned reporters off guard. The moment was electric, hinting at a new chapter not just for the team, but for Rodgers himself. The city sensed it. A new era had begun. As the sun set over Pittsburgh, the excitement lingered in the air. The future was uncertain, but for the first time in a long time, it felt bright, bold, and full of promise. At his first Steelers press conference, all eyes were on Rodgers. The room buzzed with anticipation. Every camera lens and microphone pointed his way. It was a moment fans and analysts had been waiting for, a new chapter in Rodgers' storied career, and everyone wanted to know what he would say about joining the Steelers. But as he took his seat, something unexpected drew the spotlight away from football. Reporters asked about football, but a simple black band on his left ring finger stole the spotlight. The questions about playbooks and team chemistry faded as eyes drifted to the subtle, striking ring. It was a detail so small, yet it seemed to carry a weight of its own, instantly becoming the center of attention. It was subtle, not flashy, but impossible to miss. A new addition that set off a wave of speculation. Was it a wedding band, a promise, or just a statement piece? The understated design only fueled the mystery, making everyone wonder if there was a story behind it that Rodgers wasn't ready to share. Was it just a fashion choice or something deeper? The press and fans alike began to dissect every possibility. Was Rodgers sending a message, or was it simply a personal preference? The speculation grew with every passing second, as the ring seemed to hold secrets only he knew. The press conference shifted. The ring became the story. Journalists whispered to each other, hastily scribbling notes and adjusting their questions. Suddenly, the narrative was no longer just about football, but about the man behind the uniform and the meaning of the ring he wore. Fans recalled seeing it in recent photos, but Rodgers had never addressed it. Social media lit up with theories and screenshots as people pieced together timelines and speculated about what the ring could mean. Was it a recent addition, or had it been there all along, quietly waiting to be noticed? Now, in front of the media, the ring was a silent statement, a clue to a private life he'd fiercely protected. Rodgers, known for keeping his personal affairs out of the spotlight, offered no immediate explanation. The ring spoke volumes even as he remained tight-lipped, leaving everyone to wonder what had changed. The world focused on his football future, but the ring hinted at a profound personal transformation. Headlines speculated about secret weddings, new commitments, or even a symbolic gesture marking a turning point in his life. The mystery deepened, and the story spread far beyond the sports pages. Rodgers seemed ready for the questions, as if he'd been waiting for this moment. His calm demeanor suggested he was prepared for the curiosity, perhaps even expecting it. With a slight smile, he fielded questions, never directly addressing the ring, but never hiding it either. The black band was more than an accessory. It was a symbol of a new chapter about to be revealed. Whatever its meaning, it marked a turning point for Rodgers, both on and off the field, leaving everyone eager to discover the story behind the ring. The inevitable question came, echoing through the crowded press room as cameras flashed and microphones hovered in anticipation. For weeks, rumors had swirled about the mysterious ring on Aaron Rodgers' finger, and now the moment of truth had arrived. Reporters leaned forward, eager to know, what did the ring mean? Was it a fashion statement, a family heirloom, or something more? Rodgers smiled, a knowing glint in his eye, then answered simply, "Yeah, it's a wedding ring." His tone was casual, but the words carried weight. The room fell silent. The famously single superstar was now a married man. For a moment, the entire sports world seemed to pause, processing the news that one of football's most eligible bachelors had quietly tied the knot. He revealed he'd been married for a couple of months, stunning the sports world and sending shockwaves through fans and media alike. Headlines exploded across the internet, but Rodgers remained calm, almost amused by the frenzy. In an age of constant surveillance where every move of a celebrity is scrutinized, Rodgers had managed a secret wedding. No one had caught on, not the paparazzi, not the gossip blogs, not even his most dedicated fans. There were no leaks, no headlines, just a quiet, personal commitment shared with a select few. The ceremony was intimate, far from the spotlight, reflecting Rodgers' desire for something real and meaningful. This was his first marriage, after years of public relationships and even a previous engagement that had played out in the tabloids. Rodgers had always been a subject of speculation, his love life dissected by fans and reporters. But this time, he chose privacy over publicity. He wanted something for himself, away from the noise and expectations that came with fame. The reveal wasn't a magazine cover or a carefully curated social media post, but a straightforward answer at a football press conference, a moment of honesty in a world obsessed with spectacle. Suddenly, his recent months made sense. He'd been building a new life, not just weighing football options. The time away from the field was about more than contracts or training. It was about creating a foundation for his future. Rodgers explained he needed to handle business in his personal life before committing to a team. For him, that meant making sure his home life was settled, his priorities clear. That business was marriage, laying a foundation before returning to the NFL. He wanted to be certain that his personal commitments were honored before he could give his all on the field. He wanted to be present for his wife before diving back into football. For Rodgers, this new chapter wasn't just about winning games. It was about winning at life and finding balance between the man he is and the legend he's become. With the marriage news out, the next question was obvious. Who is Brittani? Rodgers shared only her first name, spelling it with Ani, and kept her last name private. He was determined to shield her from the spotlight he's known for years. Brittani is intensely private, with no public social media and a life away from fame. Rodgers first mentioned her in December 2024, revealing he was in love. Their relationship thrived in privacy, allowing them to build a genuine connection. Marrying someone outside the celebrity bubble reflected Rodgers' new priorities. Brittani's quiet presence brought him stability and happiness. She's the secret to his newfound peace. Rodgers' path to Pittsburgh was anything but straight. He was the face of the Packers for nearly 2 decades, winning a Super Bowl and countless fans. After a tough split, he joined the Jets, only to suffer a devastating injury 4 snaps into his debut. His second Jets season disappointed, and at 41, he faced free agency and questions about retirement. Offers came, but Rodgers took his time, weighing his future carefully. Ultimately, the Steelers offered the perfect fit: stability, talent, and a shot at another title. He signed a 1-year deal, signaling a win-now mentality. Every challenge along the way shaped the man who arrived in Pittsburgh, ready for one last ride. Rodgers' decision to join the Steelers was deeply personal. It wasn't just about football, it was about balancing the demands of the NFL with his new life as a husband. He told Pat McAfee he had off-the-field stuff that needed his full attention. Marriage required presence, so he put his career on hold to focus on Brittani and their new life. Rodgers wanted to be all in for his team, not distracted by personal matters. He waited until he could give 100% to football and his teammates. The delay was an act of respect for his wife, his team, and the game. When he finally walked into the Steelers' facility, he was ready for the challenge ahead. Signing with the Steelers was Rodgers' declaration. He was all in, on and off the field. For him, commitment means late nights, building chemistry, and mentoring young players. He invested in Pittsburgh, buying a home and planting roots, even if just for a season. The mansion offers privacy for him and Brittani, a sanctuary away from the spotlight. Balancing NFL life and marriage is his next challenge, but he's found a formula that works. Brittani's support brings him stability, fueling his focus and passion for football. The younger Rodgers was a solitary figure. Now, he's a partner and a leader. True success is measured in both championships and a life well lived. He's all in on his marriage and on bringing a 7th Lombardi trophy to Pittsburgh. These commitments drive him into this exciting new chapter. Pittsburgh's reaction to Rodgers' arrival and his surprise wedding was overwhelmingly positive. The city respects authenticity and commitment, and Rodgers displayed both. Fans and teammates welcomed him, excited to learn from a legend. His presence raised the level of play and accountability across the roster. The media was captivated by the dual story, a legendary quarterback and a new marriage. Reporters noted a new calm and contentment in Rodgers. The Steelers had landed a top-tier quarterback in a great place personally. The stage was set for a season of high expectations and thrilling football. As Rodgers' first day in Pittsburgh ended, a new era began. This was more than a player joining a team. It was a partnership between legend and franchise, both hungry for greatness. The future, once uncertain, now looked bright. Rodgers' talent and the Steelers' culture felt like a perfect match. The city's hope was tangible. The team was now a true contender. For Rodgers, it was a chance to chase another Super Bowl and cement his legacy. For the Steelers, it was a shot at a 7th championship. Personally, Rodgers arrived as a husband, finding harmony between football and marriage. The city gained not just a quarterback, but a man motivated by love and legacy. The journey had just begun, with football immortality in sight.